Blessed be my spiritualists, and welcome to another episode of Which Please. It is I, Odin the Seer, and today we are going to be talking about negative people. I've had a few comments about people saying, that it's difficult for them to be able to really let go of things or to think positively or to create these transformations that they would like to within their reality. And I completely understand that. What we have to try and understand is that these people aren't going to change unless they truly want to. And because you have to share small spaces with them, be it your partner, be it colleagues, whatnot, does not mean that you have to engage them in their negativity. Yes, it will affect you, but to what extent is truly your decision. When I was growing up, my grandmother used to always say, baby, if you keep on playing and shit, eventually you're going to come out smelling like it. And that is so very true. That is so very true. Now, I'm not saying that you have to leave your job. I'm not saying that you have to leave your spouse. I'm not saying any of these things. What I am saying to you is that you don't have to play in that shit. You don't have to get down in there with them and make your life a living hell. If that's not where you want to be, if that's not what you want to do, then you don't have to be a part of it. I still, on a day-to-day basis, deal with people who have very negative thought processes and so on and so forth. And I am always very honest and very upfront with them about whatever it is that they're doing. I just say flat out to them, like, look, what you're doing right now is going to cause problems. Okay? It is not where I want to be, and I do not have to engage you in this. I do not have to be in this negativity that you seem to want to have a partner in crime. This is not my flow, y'all, and I'm not going to be a part of this. We have to start understanding that it's perfectly fine for us to be able to stand our ground when it comes to the vibration that we want to be in. We have a right to be able to say, no, this is not cool. I don't want to be a part of this. And people will get offended. People will say all the most horrible things and you don't understand me and you don't. I do understand you. But the problem is here is you don't understand me. You don't seem to understand that I don't want to be in this vibration, right? I love you. Yes, I do. And do I want to be with you? Absolutely. Do I want to work here? Absolutely. I love my job. But just because I love my job or I love you does not mean that I need to sit in your shit with you. And I'm not going to. I'm not going to do that. If you want me to respect you enough to let you be who you are, then you need to respect me enough to let me be who I am. And I don't want. This is not part of me. This is not part of the reality that I want to live in. We need to really think about ourselves and think about what's important to us and realize that we have a right. We have a right to choose the environment that we want to be in. If somebody chooses to be in an environment that's negative and painful and whatnot, that's fine. That's their decision. That's all right. But that does not mean that they need to put that on you. And that definitely does not mean that you need to endure it. Your happiness is your choice. The experiences that you want to have is your choice. Now, I'm also going to tell you if somebody else has a negative perspective and they want to live in that vibration, that's their business. And you don't have a right to tell them that they need to smarten up and whatnot. You don't have that right either. Let them do what they want to do just the way you want them to let you do what you want to do. All right? And again, it doesn't have to be a conflict. It can be as simple as, listen, I'm feeling a lot of negativity here by you and I don't want to be in this vibration. We are always so concerned about offending people. Let me ask you this question. When you get ready to go to work and you love your job, you love what you do, but you know you have to deal with these people and you think, oh. When they start making something that you enjoy doing into a chore and a place that you don't want to be, darling, right? That's offensive, okay? That is uncomfortable. You don't need to do that. You don't need to feel that way. Now, who's going to tell them to stop? Who's going to be like, enough? Because no one else is going to do that for you. You need to be able to do that for you. Okay? You need to be able to set your boundaries of what is acceptable in your reality and what is not acceptable in your reality. If somebody wants to, be a bigot, or somebody wants to be a, whatever, they be your thing. Be your thing. The moment we will have an issue, the moment we will have a misunderstanding, is the moment that you try and force your views on me, or you start to try and limit what I can do and the experiences that I can have because of your belief structure. The moment we have that, there's going to be a problem right there. There's going to be a misunderstanding, because I'm going to shut that down right away. That's not happening. I don't care what you do. I don't care how you think. I don't care what you believe, okay? That is your belief. I'm going to love you unconditionally. I'm going to love you enough to let you believe and have whatever experiences that you want to have. That I'm going to, I know, I hear you. That I'm going to do. That I'm going to be okay with, all right? You want to sit in the corner and cry and cry and cry and cry and cry, you do that. You want to be angry and view people in this way, you do that. But the moment you force your opinion on somebody else, the moment you limit somebody else or try and make them go through something that they don't necessarily need to go through or don't want to go through, that's when we're going to have a problem. That's when things change. That's when I automatically will come into the situation. I am forever fighting for the underdog. Always been, and I always will. I am the person that will say something when somebody else won't. That's me. Now, granted, I'm not that type of person that will just get up in somebody's face and be like, look, I'm not that person. I will talk to that other person. I'll be like, how do you feel? If that person is like, well, I had a little bit of a difficult time with that, and they start telling me that this is not really what they want to have, that's not the experience they want to, then from that moment on, I will say to them, I'll be like, well, if this happens in front of me again, I just wanted to let you know that I would like to be able to stand up for you. And if they're like, yes, please do. Oh, no. The next time somebody tries that, when in my presence, it ain't going down like that, okay? It ain't going down like that. Because before you get to them, you got to go through me. Right? And let me tell you something. You may have walked in here, but you're going to limp out. That's how we roll up in Witch Please. You choose the reality you want to live in. You choose to be in a happy environment or an unhappy environment. You really do. A lot of people misconceive this or misconstrue this to be that, they need to be more light, and they need to be more loving, and they need to be more this, and they need to be more that. It's always nice to be more loving. It's always nice to be more light. But there's a point in time where you're like, no. You have to stand up at some point in time. You have to stand up and say, this is not cool. Okay? If you're going out to hurt somebody because of something that happened a long time ago or whatnot, I don't necessarily agree with that. Right? I don't agree with that. People change, seasons change. Okay? And when you know better, you do better. And the older you get, you'll start to understand, right, that things that you did when you were younger, experiences that you had when you were younger, will not happen at this point in time. Okay? You know who you are, or you at least should know who you are, and what's acceptable and what's unacceptable. So, when you start really thinking about that, the stuff that's happened in my past when I was a child, the things that were done to me, I don't hold on to those things. I don't hold on to them because of the fact that what good does it do me now? Right? I've grown, I've learned lessons, I am, a different person, and really a lot of these things help to create and form who I am. But I used to let a lot of people put me through whatever experience they were having. I would let their reality be something that I felt I needed to live in. And I stopped that. When I reached a point in my life where I was just like, no, it's either me or you. And considering the fact that I have to live with me 365 days a year, I'm choosing me. I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to cause you pain, but I sure as hell am not going to let you hurt me or cause me pain. That's not happening. You want to be a part of my world? Absolutely. I love you, and I love you whether you're here, whether you're there, no matter what you're going through. And my doors will always be open for you. That moment you make a decision that you want to change yourself and you want to grow and you want to evolve, honey, my doors are open. Come on in. But until that day dawns, I make the decision. I make the decision that whether or not I'm going to buy into it. Now, for those of you who live with people, like I said, or you're working with people, this can be very hard. Initially, after a certain amount of time, it's not hard anymore. It becomes second nature. And people will start to understand, you know what, I can't go to this person for this. I mean, I used to have a colleague that used to come and literally sit in my office and just complain and complain and complain and complain and complain and complain, to the point where I was just like, now this is when I was a lot younger and I didn't really, I was still evolving. And I would literally dread lunchtime. And I would find myself taking my lunch quickly and then, or going a few minutes early and just getting out of there so I didn't have to deal with this negative, barrage of the pain that this person was going through. Now, I had on many occasions tried to help alleviate that, help to allow someone to grow. They did not want to take the lessons that I was teaching. They wanted to wade in their own shit. That's what they wanted to do. And instead of just being like, look, enough is enough, I tried to avoid the situation. I tried to get out of there so I didn't have to deal with it. And then eventually I reached a point in time where I was like, listen, you're a great person and I really like you and we're cool and stuff like this, but you are not going to be coming into my office on your break and leaving your crap at my door, of which I have to now endure for the rest of the day because you shifted my mood. That's not going to happen. If you want to come into my office and have lunch with me and talk and have a great time and whatnot, absolutely. Even if you want to come into my office and talk to me about things that you want to start doing for the betterment of you, to give you a peace and a happiness. Hey, honey, doors open. Let's do this. I'm with you. I'm with you. But if you are going to only come in to drop your baggage, of which I have to sort through and then head on back to your desk, still in the same funk that you were in when you first came in because you didn't listen to anything that I had to say, that's not happening. That's not happening. Not happening. I want peace. I deserve peace. And I'm not letting anybody take that from me. Nobody. I don't care who you are. It ain't happening. It's not happening. So, what I'm saying in this video, y'all, is I'm telling you it's very important to understand that you can be in proximity with people, you can be struggling with their vibration, but again, you don't have to engage that energy. And yes, you are going to have to be authentic, and you're going to have to be upfront. And yes, that's difficult. But in the long run, it is going to make your life a lot easier. Trust me. And the ones who want you, and this is a very interesting thing that you'll find too, the ones who only want you in their life so they can put their problems on you will disappear. They will disappear. And truly, do you want that kind of succubus energy in your life? Do you want people who truly only want to be around you so that you can wade through their crap? No, you don't. And you're better off without them. Okay? Again, love them enough to let them have whatever experience they want to have. But love yourself enough to know that you choose the vibration that you live in. There's that old saying, people treat you the way you let them treat you. And that is so true. It is so very true. If you don't let somebody treat you in any way, if you don't let someone treat you like a doormat or someone to leave all their trauma and garbage on, if you don't let them treat you like that, they won't. They know who they can go to and who they can dump all their stuff on. And if you're that person and they view you at that, you need to change that. You need to change that to allow yourself the peace that you deserve. And if you do not change it, then you need to understand, how do you view yourself? How badly do you want peace? How badly do you want to get out of that cycle? Because if you can't make that step to be like, no, enough is enough, that's a serious question you should be asking yourself. Now, I know that this was a hard one that I was getting on here, and I know that I made some statements that are pretty rough. But truly, it is so important for your own peace. It is so important for you to know that you can be in control of your environment, at least to an extent. Okay, there are things that are still going to get in your way, and there's going to be things that are still going to make it difficult for you. But again, you have the right to choose to engage it or not engage it. I once had a colleague who had the audacity to say to me, she was telling me her problems, and I really didn't want to hear about it. This happened quite a bit. Everyone's always coming to me asking me for advice. But she was telling me her problems, and I was just not in the mood to deal with her. And I was paying attention, but I wasn't really paying attention because I had other things to do. And she had the audacity to turn and look at me and say, "You're being very rude." Huge mistake. Huge. I said, "And by you sitting here telling me all your problems and trying to ruin my day, you're not being rude? Did I ask you to dump your stuff on me?" And she said, "No." So what gives you the right to come into my reality with your problems, making them my problems, and because of the fact that I'm trying to get through this without really having to deal with all of the crap that you're putting on my plate so that I can go home and spend time with my family, you automatically assume that I am being rude, or you have the view that I'm being rude. No, honey, you're the one being rude. I never asked you to do that. I never asked you to drop your baggage at my front door. Okay? And her eyes got all big and she looked at me and she said, "I'm sorry." I said, "That's all right. Just don't do it again." She never did it again. Now, that was a little harsh, but she came at me with her starter pistol, and there we went. It was on. It was on. Right? I love everybody. And I am there for everybody. If she came to me and said, "Yo, Odin, there's a problem and I would like your advice on it." Oh, honey, I would have made myself a coffee. We would have sat down and we would have had a chit chat. But she didn't want advice. She wanted to be succubus energy and to take every ounce of energy and strength that I had so that she can make it through her day and I can be a little withered old raisin who went home exhausted. Not happening. So, what I'm saying to you is, if you're caught in situations with people who are feeding off of you and making your life miserable, you don't have to endure that. And that does not mean you need to leave your spouse. That does not mean that you need to leave your job. That does not mean any of these things. What it means is that you make the decision to engage them or not. You stand your ground, you tell them what is acceptable with you in your reality, and they have two choices at that point in time. They can either understand and respect your position, or they can leave. And darling, if they leave, did you really want people in your world that are simply there to make your life more difficult? Ask yourself that question. Alright, so that is our video for today. If you have not subscribed, you need to press subscribe, join the Witch Please family, and do not miss out on a thing. You can follow us on Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, as well as Facebook. You can always send me a personal email at witchpleaseofficial@gmail.com, or you can leave a comment below. And again, you need to press that notification icon because you don't want to miss out on a thing going on here. I've said it before, and I will say it again. It is a pleasure to have you in my worlds. It is an honor to have you in my magic. And you are always in my heart. So I will see you again on another episode of Witch Please. I love you, boo-boos. Bye-bye.